Hello, hello. Happy to be here in the first session of the year with all of you once again. For those who are joining for the first time, welcome to Hanons with RAKStar. This is a community space where we share with community members of the RAKwireless community to talk about their experiences and also about their cool projects they are working on and other experiences about their journey in the IoT ecosystem. For those who are joining for the first time, my name is Maria Hernandez. I am lead developer relation lead at RAKwireless, and I will be moderating this session alongside Jose Marcelino, my
Hello,
amazing
everyone.
colleague, our solution
Hi.
architect.
Hi. Nice to be back again. It's New Year. Happy New Year, everyone,
I
by the way.
I,
Okay.
I am listening to you with a little bit of lag
Oh, I'm sorry.
again. So yeah, no, but now it's working better. So let's stay under there, and I will ping you internally if something happen again. So yeah, to continue with the session, we are super happy to see the unconditional support this space has received from all the community members, either to those who watch the session every Friday or watch them later, and also for all of those rockstar who are willing to share with us in these spaces about their experiences in the IoT industry, as well using RAKwireless products. So before starting today's session, I would like to announce like a little bit small surprise for all of you. So, since your participation and your opinions are super important to us to make this a better experience for everyone, we will giving away a WisBlock to share for those who share their comments about the session via Twitter in the next 24 hours. So be sure to mention RAKwireless Twitter account and also to use the RAKStar hashtag for a valid participation. And in addition to this, we will giving away two racks mats for your workbench. So it's super easy to get one of these one. Basically, our guest today will be asking you two questions at the end of the session for those who are connected. So the first one who answered this question, like the right answer, will be receiving a really cool rack mat like the one I have here. So make sure to participate and also to send to them to have the opportunity to get one. So with other four to other, it's time to introduce our guest today. We will chatting with a really passionate individual about science and engineering who has found their way to develop skills by creating things, cool things. He is CEO of Synapse Control, a company dedicated to the development of IoT solutions, mainly focused in the agriculture and industrial sector. His name is Carlos Solis. Welcome, Carlos.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for the invitation. I appreciate a lot.
No, thank you for you to
Thank
you
you.
to accept our invitation and also to share your experience and also your a little bit more about the cool projects you are working right now with the WisBlock. It's pretty amazing to see like all the designs you have been sharing with the community in the last days. So I think like to start, I know that you have like a pretty cool demonstration prepared for today for those who are interested to use the WisBlock and in industrial environment using the 420 milliamperes amp model. But before, let's talk a little bit about you. So to start, can you share us a little bit about your background, your education, and how and when you joined this cool IoT ecosystem?
Uh, I started to study engineering by my passion to the science, and I found the way to create things. And during the past of the years, we start to provide maintenance service to the local customers for mm, food food processing industries and workshops and many more. And we start to looking for a solution to monitor that machines to save us time and to save money to the customer. And we start to learn how to control PLCs and some robust equipment. We didn't find the connectivity to that machines. They are so expensive and they are so robust and lacks of connectivity. And we start to search about how can we connect a machine to the internet, and that's how the journey starts, and we are here today.
And how long time was that ago? Like 12, 10 years?
Like 10 years. I start 10 years with an Arduino and a temp sensor.
So, which
It's,
was like the first connectivity you used 10 years ago? Like, what do you use in that first deployment you implement for an IoT system?
yes, I remember was a Ethernet hat with Arduino, the first Arduino,
Yeah.
and when in that time the documentation was very small. We start to searching, and one day we achieve the connection via HTTP to the Think Park, or is a platform.
Thing speak.
ThinkSpeak.
Yeah.
ThinkSpeak. We sent the first payload to ThinkSpeak, and for mine was open, and we say that's the way we can achieve the machine monitoring.
Yeah. Nice. Like in those times where we had like an Arduino Uno with a bunch of shields in top of it,
Yeah.
and we have like a big sandwich of devices to deploy our solution.
And that acquisition starts with Ethernet was so expensive, and the software that control that devices is not viable to the IoT.
Definitely. Well, and can you share more a little bit about like your experience working for the company, like any project that you can share about like the ones that you feel most proud of?
Okay. In the industry, when we are in the border between the United States and Mexico.
Okay.
We're in the middle. Uh, mm, we have some American companies in Mexican territory which manufactures any kind of components, any kind of products, and then import to the United States. Uh, they have a lot of necessities because the production lines and the manufacturing lines, that lines have technology to complete the process. But we have another things more important, like the compressors, like the cooling towers, like another machines that involves many maintenance. If that part of the process fail, all the manufacturing line is stopped. Okay, that's the point that we saw in that moment, and we start to develop solutions for that kind of compressors, cooling towers, and that's the point that we start. So we developed the first pressure sensor with ICOM. Do you remember? Uh, and because we are not a developer, we are an integration for technology.
System
So,
integrator.
so that device, the PyCom device, was too easy for us to develop a viable solution. In fact, this device is already sending information. We have 2.5 years connected with that compressor, so it's very reliable for the. But that's my first impression where I feel comfort with that technology.
And that
Then
was deployed under LoRa.
yes, and it's installed
Yeah.
in a factory. It's already
Yeah.
installed in a factory,
Okay.
and that sensor solve a lot of problems because all the machines are automated, but the compressors are not. If the compressor
Okay.
fail all the plant.
The same frame. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Super. And I think like one of the things that developers deal in their everyday are like challenges, right? So like which are like the biggest challenges have you ever faced in the development of any project? Like, or also like, do you believe that today's technology have helped to reduce, let's say, that gap which exists during the earliest stages of development of any IoT solution?
Okay, I think the most challenging thing is the adoption and validation from the customers, because IoT involves networking.
Mhm.
Networking in industry is the network is restricted because it compromises valuable data from the company. So that's the challenge: convince and teach to the TI department about the technology, about the viability of the technology, and the security. That's the most challenging thing in the industry, because
Mhm.
some customers do not allow cloud services.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
We need to change to local networks,
Yeah.
and these include the development of a dashboard, of a new system of messaging. It is completely different to the cloud services, who is already plug and play.
Yeah. And like, there is any product or service you would like to share with us, like to handle like these deployments locally?
Yes. Okay. One of the deployments that we have more proud of it is the monitoring of the uh, chemicals and some kind of materials under 32 centigrade, minus centigrade. We are protecting a freezers from a factory that uh, is a critical part, because this product involve all the product manufacturing. So they had a lot of problem during the years, because they 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 lose the energy, they have malfunctions, and every time that has passed, they lose like $300.
Okay.
That's a big issue in the manufacturing industry. They are adapting very nice, because there are no technology like this to solve that issues. But what is available is really expensive, and the integration is so hard.
Yeah. And like, what are your thought about like RAKwireless? Like, where did you first learn about us, and why did you choose to use RAK in some of your current developments, instead of other products from our competitors?
In my case, the RAKwireless, I like the industrial models, because we struggle a lot and how to find serial or analog, and we are choosing and some models to achieve a model working with what protocol. In this case, we need only to push the sensor, the model, the analog model, and we are working plug and play. I really like I really like more analog models, because is really important uh, for the industry,
Mm.
because the industry is where the IoT creates more value, because you are protecting really expensive assets.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like, well, Jose, sorry.
Uh, no, I was going to ask, what do you feel about LoRa, but maybe we leave that for the demo. Well, I have some questions about that LoRa
Which
in
one
the
is that?
industry.
For
Yeah.
the Okay, LoRaWAN. If you try to connect a Wi-Fi module in the industry, you are going to crash with the network.
Yes, yeah.
It's not available. They need to allow you a special channel, and you have to make some movements to get working. LoRaWAN does not crash with the IoT, with the Wi-Fi network inside the factory.
Right.
That's one of the great points of our favor to achieve that deployment inside the factories, because we are not touching any network and any with some clients we install or the gateway embed with LTE.
Hmm.
That's the way we can deploy LoRaWAN cloud service in the industry. That because they are not allowed, but inside and out connectivity uh, inside the factory is really useful. LoRaWAN for the reason that don't crash with the networking that already they have.
Yes. But what are your thoughts about LoRa and LoRaWAN? So would you use LoRa? Because I know a lot of the industry uses LoRa, for example, just raw LoRa. They go point to point just to use the long distance. What do you feel about LoRaWAN? So using the full protocol, does that help with your deployment?
Yes, we start to use LoRa, just LoRa,
Right.
in a light tower development, and the customer requesting how to connect a tower light uh, remotely.
Hmm.
And use LoRaWAN in this kind is so complicated. But we instead uh, choose to use just LoRa.
Right.
But LoRaWAN is for temperature sensors
Hmm.
or pressure sensors that we connect to the cloud, and we show to them a application in where are all the things that they need, like reports, like historical graph and message alarms reports out of them.
Okay, so that kind of reporting and everything is easier with LoRaWAN, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Thank
Nice.
you.
Perfect. So I think we can jump to the demo, so then we can have more question about it. Also, anyone for all of those who are connected, feel free to share your question in the comment section. So Carlos will be happy to answer any question or doubt you may have at the end of the session. So yeah, let's move
Okay.
forward with with the demo you prepared for us today, and let's see what we get from this.
Okay. We love to use industrial sensors. This time we take a EFM. EFM is a vibration sensor. It
Hmm.
reads millimeters per second. It's really useful in the industry, in the pumps, compressor machines, electric motors,
Hmm.
because if they monitor this parameter, they can comply with the overall effective equipment and other certifications that they need for the process. Okay, we choose this sensor, which is analog 4 to 20 million pairs. It was so great and easy to connect with the system. I think I'm going to deploy a real application with that, because I'm reading in real time, and it's amazing. In the next window, I'm going to show you the high responsivity that have the sensor with the WisBlock.
Super.
I'm going to share the window. Do you see the window?
No, I'm not able to see it. Yeah, I got it. Here.
Okay. This is the sensor. Look at the sensitivity. If I only touch the box, it responds. I'm going to test with a high vibration device.
What are you using right there? Oh, nice. Nice. That response. Are you using with the example that you're using for that integration? Is one that you build by your own, or is something based on the examples that are shared on the WisBlock repo?
Okay, I use the 4 to 20 milliamperes in delivery. Is really great. I achieve so fast the parameters. It's really great that I think WisBlock is an ecosystem. It's not just a, because I can deploy an application really fast uh, anywhere. I can mount my industrial sensor. The step up voltage is amazing because we struggle a lot with the interconnection of sensors with different voltages and parameters, and I don't have any other I don't have any other board or module to 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 produce the energy enough to power my sensor.
Oh,
It's just really. It looked really nice and professional and efficient. And
so
that's great.
can you explain a bit about the voltage then?
Yeah,
How
I wanted to ask the same thing.
what's the voltage of the sensor? What does it need, and what are you
Okay,
producing?
the sensor needs uh, mm, from 18 to 24 volts. But from the fact, all sensors work with 12 volts.
Right.
And then it's special for the model. It's working. The specification says 18, but it works in 12.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's
So
nice.
we have to habilitate a pin from the rack. They open the circuit and provide me 12 volts from the step up from 3.3. It's a great achievement really because we don't
Got
need
it.
anything more.
Good.
Super
Nice.
nice. Actually, we have like a question here. I'm going to push it out because we can lose the flow later. So this is to feed directly into an industrial predictive maintenance machine learning models.
No, it's not. It's not at the moment where we are planning to introduce to control to use machine learning habilitate microcontroller to can produce a more valuable data with the machine learning because and also the customers are waiting for that kind because we they don't know how to manage that data. So it's a real important opportunity to start to introduce and with the IoT, the machine learning to the customers to create more valuable data and valuable uh, models and planning models to the future processes for the future operations.
And like there is like any machine learning tool that you already have like an eye to develop your solutions in the future.
Yes, but we are already focused on vision.
Okay.
We are already focused on vision. We are planning to the plastic industry have an issue because they don't know the temperature of the injection molding for the recently injection molding parts. They want to monitor the temperature in the robot, in the pick and place robot. So they don't know how. Okay, we can apply a machine learning camera to identify the
Okay.
temperatures but also we can send the information by another protocol that is LoRaWAN. The
So
LoRaWAN protocol is basically how to send the temperature from the lecture from the machine vision to the server. I think it's a hybrid between machine vision and LoRaWAN.
so the idea is to capture the temperature of the robot, not the environment of the robot.
Of the piece,
Of
because
the
the robot is picking the piece from the injection machine.
Okay.
But sometimes the water pressure, the temperature, many parameters affect the process, and the parts that are not the same. Their temperature is not the same, and they found some bad parts, and they know is the temperature in the mold. So they want to know the temperature in the when the piece is injected at the
Okay.
moment in
Got
the
it.
pick and place in the pick and place process.
Interesting. Pretty interesting. Nice. And like, okay, you use that was you mentioned that was super easy to get it started with analog sensors using the WisBlock. And like you can describe like your experience. I don't know if you have the opportunity to test this analog signal with other boards, development boards. And if you ever try it before, can you share
I
like
don't
your
want to remember because
why?
it's really complicated. It's not stable signal. You need a lot to try and error to achieve a good signal. So I tested with another device that I have to generate the signal, and it's on the same.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The analog is good on the
In the
Nordic.
software, you can linearize more the signal, or the signal out of the box is really cool.
Yep.
I
Okay.
don't think I don't know another module that have this capability so fast to deploy.
How much
Yeah.
time do you spend in that integration when you try it for the first time?
Like 3 4 days,
Okay.
because I was playing with all the things of the
Learning.
box.
Yeah.
But that is a short time. Like if you compare that with your previous development processes with other boards, how was that comparison in time?
No, no, I mean, it's really fast. It's really fast. If I know all the parts in a couple of 1 hour, you can deploy a real solution.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. So we have another question from Travis. So wait, you mean that you are interrupts based on the sensor reading and then you just send in the temp deltas?
You mean
I mean like
Not sure you can
this.
do that.
All right, let me understand this bit. Um,
yeah?
and then just yeah. So you are basically like reading the interruptions based on the signal that you are getting
Okay.
from the sensor, and then just send the temperature deltas value.
Okay. For this sensor.
Yeah, for the well, I think that is for the robot temperature project
Okay.
because
Okay. Okay. That's right. Yes.
temperature. Yeah.
Yes. We need to interrupt when the robot is in the position. We take the picture. We analyze the temperature by a LEDCom camera, and then send it by LoRaWAN. We need to adapt. We need to adapt the robot with this module to take to treat the interruption.
Okay, got it. Perfect. So yeah, we have a couple of comments that is amazing that you deploy like a industrial sensor in just 3 to 4 days. So can I know that you have been like active with one of the latest projects you have been working on. But I would like to hear more about like your other projects as well, like your long term goals for you and also like for the company, or if you have like any upcoming cool project that you want to share with us.
Okay, we are developing a gas tank cap because if you know if we have factories, we have a lot of logistic in the region, and the here the gas stealing is a real problem. Is where the company loses more of the profits because all the all the supply chain uh, is attacked by this type of incidents. They lost a lot of money in the diesel reduction by the operators. So we start to develop a gas tank with a lot of acceptation from some customers. We think it's viable because the necessity exists. We have to validate the cap because it needs more like explosion proof.
Mhm.
We need to develop an antenna. Uh, what kind
Mm-hmm.
of protocol we are going to use? We use NB-IoT. We are use LoRaWAN or Bluetooth, or we are going to uplink the all the data when the truck arrives to the station. So we don't need to send the data in the city. We
Okay.
need to. Okay, so we are planning, but right now we are planning to develop the real cap uh, in aluminum and some
Okay.
additive manufacture to can achieve the first prototype to start to testing with some customers.
Perfect.
Well,
So can you share in detail the design that you just present? Like, where is the WisBlock place in that design?
Okay, it's powered by WisBlock. Uh, so we have the space and the enclosure to add the WisBlock that is already in the demo. Okay, we found that multi-connectivity of the WisBlock, so we can choose. It depends on the application. So gives to us the flexibility to choose exactly what the client needs. So we appreciate that you gave us to us the WisBlock, and what's the thing first we think no, we are going to develop a logistic solution for the company, no. So it plays a real part because one of the modules in NB-IoT or and the accelerometer and the LoRa ones together creates a flexibility application to,
mm-hmm.
to connect with the server or with the gateway or something like that to connect.
Amazing. Super. And like you have been like explore like a lot with the WisBlock in just like the past few months. You have like you're working on the proof of concept of this project and also testing the WisBlock in industrial environments. And like there are like some further plan for your other projects as well using the WisBlock. I don't know if you have something to share.
Yes, we are planning to use it for the cold chain monitoring in movement. So we acquire a rack NB-IoT tracker with temperature sensor, and we are already configuring to deploy it in some trucks to monitor the temperature because it's very critical for the food transportation. Because they
Okay.
don't they don't record any temperature, any parameter from the route. So it's open to the new business unity to monitor the cold chain trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And like, what about rack gateways? Have you ever had the opportunity to try? I see that you have one right there. That is why I'm asking.
I listened to Marcelino. Marcelino told me some months ago that when I was looking for a gateway, he told me that I acquired a rack, and I listened to him. It's really,
I
it's
hope.
really cool. Indeed, the LoRaWAN server, because we can
Yeah.
deploy in anywhere, any part of the factory. We can show a demonstration for the sensors without to go to the cloud.
Yeah, it's a good feature. Very easy to use
It's a
for
really
that.
good feature, and have a lot of dashboard and information about the system, and it's great for us to have that information, because I don't see any another brand that provide that that information.
Yeah, you get the debugging and everything. It's very
Yeah,
easy. Yes.
it's really great.
Yeah, we
Thank you.
get a lot of good comments on that. People like that
Yeah.
feature.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they can like manage everything locally as well. Yeah.
And have you found anything you need extra in a factory environment? Would you prefer a more robust gateway, something like that? Do you have any ideas about
No,
what you would like?
it's really great. It's really good. But what we are looking is that, and it's come very strong, is the asset tracking.
Right.
I think the Bluetooth is not a rival. It's a very nice complementary for LoRaWAN, because the asset tracking, it appears to come very strong. They are requesting the asset tracking inside the manufacturing industry, because
Yeah.
they it saves a lot. It saves to them a lot of time.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But it's indoors and outdoors, right? They want both.
yes, it's indoor
Yeah.
and outdoor.
So you could use like the Bluetooth side indoors and then GPS outdoors, something like that.
They want to track the molds of stamping, metal stamping,
Right.
or plastic injection, because
Yep.
uh, when when the mold completes 1 million impacts, they require the mold and go to the maintenance shop. But the engineer don't know where is the mold, at what time will arrive, if the mold is already finished the maintenance, or something. That's allow a lot of information for the process engineers in the field.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So we don't have another technology to to cover that type of application that LoRaWAN.
Right.
We tried with a lot of technologies, a lot of brands and other protocols. Uh, no, it's not like strong like LoRaWAN.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah, we
so
have
what?
a question
Yes.
from Travis. Yeah. I guess for asset tracking, yeah. This. Do you know Helium, right? Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not very popular in Mexico, I think, yet. There's maybe one or two gateways out there.
Okay.
But I think for asset tracking, it would make sense, especially for stuff going into the US as well, where it crosses the border. So you could still track it in the US without having to pay like cellular fees and all sorts of things. And then maybe the gateways could be, since they generate their own cryptocurrency, they could pay for
Uh-huh.
themselves almost. So maybe that would be attractive to factories.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
so
was
maybe.
reading about it. The base of the Helium is here in the United States, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's in San Francisco. It's the headquarters there, but it's already covering quite a lot of cities in the U.S. So it's got very good coverage. So if you want to track something moving through the U.S. through cities and things like that, that would be a great option.
Here, the interesting thing is like a binational. No, it's for uh, monitoring the shipment in the crossing to another country.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's where the issues happening.
that's
It's
right.
still it's still the packing, blah 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 blah. Hundreds of issues can happen in the trajectory to the customer
Yeah,
work.
so maybe worth having a look.
Mhm. So, um, for all of those who are connected, if anyone have like additional question for Carlos, this is the perfect time to jump with them. And also remember to share your thought about the session via Twitter. If you want to get the chance to receive a WisBlock t-shirt, and in a couple of minutes Carlos will be asking a few questions, two questions for the market, to all of those who are connected, to give away to rack mats, for those who ask the for those who reply the question that Carlos will be asking. So, like anything that you want to suggest for those who are just starting to deploy LoRa or LoRaWAN projects in agriculture, because you mentioned me in one of our calls, that you were also working a lot in agriculture applications, and also like for industrial development, something that they have to keep in mind during the development of the deployment of the networks or of the sensors networks as well.
Oh, well, I'm really fascinated with the WisBlock, right? Because it's very deployable in minutes. If you want to try to starting developing a new a solution, I recommend the WisBlock ecosystem. I'm going to call ecosystem because it includes a lot of things, from hardware to software. It will be very easy. You don't have to pass for the things that we pass. We have to, for the 2 years, we are finding the way to we are finding an industrial controller, because it's not easy to bring that prototype to the industry in a protocol. It's not working. So I think WisBlock is the fastest option to achieve a real IoT solution that we can see. We can connect industrial sensor with high reliability and take good results.
Nice. And also, like you mentioned, the industrial sensors. You just have tried the vibration one, or did you try other kind of sensor as well?
I'm going to try the pressure, because the pressure is the most important parameter in the industry, but
Mm-hmm.
it's in Mexico. We have in a demo. We're working in a demo. And
Okay.
once we acquire it, I'm going to try it with the pressure sensor, and also I'm going to try the serial RS485, because many machines have that connectivity to acquire the data, and some energy meters have that protocol, and many more machines. If you, I think after the analog, the serial model is one of the most important, because it opens to the new way to take the information from the machines.
I will ask you a favor, is and that is that when you went with the WisBlock to the manufacturer plan, or the environment where you're going to test it, is to share us a video with the WisBlock alongside the machine,
I will,
all
I will, I will.
working together. We'll be
We have
super
planned, we
excited
have, we
to
have
share
planned
that
one
with the community.
integration. We have done one integration. We talk with the engineer inside the machine, and they are very glad to be part of that integration, because they are also learning. Uh, because the engineers inside the factories, they are also learning. It's not only sale application. It's only we need to teach them about the new technologies that are coming.
Definitely. I think we are always learning new things, and it's super like cool to teach to all of those who have not the experience or
Mhm.
don't know about what is IoT. And then when they know about like all the advantages they can get from this technology, they are super amazed
Yeah.
with it. Like, just for give an example, there is a really cool education program, which is called Open, and basically there's an education program where they teach like kids about IoT technology and other abilities as well. But the idea is that those kids that learn about IoT and how to implement this technology in agriculture application, the idea is that these kids teach to the farmers how
Yes.
they are using this technology in order to help them to improve their processes when they are cultivating something. So it's pretty nice to be like in that. We have another question from our well, with our RAKStars. One is, which is the most interesting feature you think in the WisBlock?
I think the flexibility in microcontrollers,
Super.
because because we can uh, open to different kind of applications. I can go directly with the 40, 45, 4630. We can add we can add them soon the S32 with IA availability to implement machine learning. So the project can grow in that way. We can control also the NB-IoT, with which here we don't have a lot of connectivity of NB-IoT, but
Nice.
we think is going to grow with the time. But
Super.
yes, the flexibility of microcontroller.
Yeah, and I like, well, I'm going to jump to this in the, I think it's not just like the flexibility microcontroller itself. It's like you have like the flexibility to change like everything.
Yeah,
And
it's
it,
changed.
yeah, exactly. And it's like doesn't matter like in what stage of your development
Uh-huh.
process you are. You can just go with a screwdriver, remove the screw, change the model, and you're ready to go. Because, like, as you may know, like most of the issues are presented after we deploy the solutions in the industry.
Yes, yes.
So it's like, okay, what is happening? If there is like a normal development, hardware development, the common one, you have to replace like all the custom board that you develop and change like the PCB and start from zero, and you're going to spend a lot of time and money as well. So like with this development platform, basically you are able to just replace the modules whenever you need it. And I think it's like for those who are like just starting with WisBlock, I think it's like you can have like a WisBlock toolbox for all your tests, and then when you need to like produce something, just request all the things that you need, but you have like a magic box all with you to just plug the modules that you need to test any solution that you want to try, no matter the industry where you're going to be applying it. So yeah,
And I always say to my customers, for the adoption of the IoT and blah blah blah. If you want to change something, you just have to tell me, and I'm going to change to you what the sequence time, the parameter, the whatever you want to change. I'm going to give you the service to change the and then but WisBlock is special for that.
amazing. We
Because
have another. Oh, sorry.
in the moment we are implementing the solution to the industry, you are also teaching the engineers inside. And if you have that flexibility, your projects are going to grow.
Yeah, definitely. We have another question from David Miles. can you recommend a good small antenna for WisBlock? Or Jose, you as well? Hello? Jose, are you talking?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was saying we have a new kit, right? The connected box,
It's just launched
which
today.
includes an antenna there. Maybe we can show that one. Let
Yeah.
me see. Yeah. Don't know if you
Let me
can.
share your screen.
So we just released this. It's a smaller kit box, so it includes all the modules from the WisBlock collection, one board, and even a screwdriver. And the antenna we include here is quite good. It is very frequency specific, so it's either it will be US or EU frequencies. You'd have to it's very selective, but it's very good. Otherwise, the spring antennas are very cheap. And very good actually. They have a great performance. We have let me see if I have one around here in my office. Yeah. So like this antenna,
Let
it looks
me
very
just
simple.
let
Nope.
me one moment.
Yeah.
Here. That one.
So this it's a very simple antenna. Just a spring with some heat shrink on, but it's actually very good performance as well. Very
Yeah.
low cost, and it's a bit wider band, so it's not as selective as the other one. So yeah, this is something I would recommend.
Super. And like for Carlos, like you are just validating the idea of the gas tank cap project, but how is like that? Do you have like already idea of how to build the antenna on this project?
We talked with the CEO of Fractux Antennas.
Okay,
He told us that he can support us with the custom design. If the
perfect.
if the thing is growing well, we are going to choose a custom design
Super.
because it will be good for the design. But how I told you back, uh, uh, antenna is not a big issue because we have planned to uplink all the data in the yard. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't need to cover long distance and anything like that. So it would be great to embed a custom antenna, but the objective of the uplink data is in the yard
Okay,
because
perfect.
it's not critical, and it's not risk for human lives. It's just the tap monitoring, and it will be done in the yard after the shift.
Perfect. Got it.
Got it.
So let me check. We don't have any additional question. So I don't know, Jose, if you have any additional question for Carlos.
No, it's good. It's been very interesting
No? Okay.
to
Thank you.
learn about your
Yeah.
and good to know that we can run sensors that are rated usually for 24 volts, even on 12 they work well, and you still have good performance. That's
Yeah.
very useful. Very useful knowledge. Thank
Yeah,
you.
because it said in the label that is 24, but now we are allowed to use with 12 volts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it means it's perfect. You just buy the $8 module, and you have the voltage, you have the signals, you have
Perfect for
everything.
the IoT.
It's
Yeah. And
great.
you're
Yeah,
ready
it's
to
great.
go.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Definitely.
want to try it now.
Yeah.
You have to order an
A few
individual sensor.
sensors. I'm gonna buy some sensors now. Yeah. Thank
Super
you.
nice. So to finish, do you have any message do you want to share with our community of entrepreneurs, makers, engineers like yourself?
And just keep trying, and keep making, and keep innovating. That's the way we can grow, like in these hard times.
thanks for your words.
Words.
And
Thank you.
yeah, just to jump to that rack mats giveaway for those who are connected, can you help us with two questions for them?
Yes.
Okay,
Why
let's
is
go with the first
why
one.
is better to use 420 milliamperes than 0 to 10 volts in analog deployments for industrial
Mm,
applications?
good
Nice.
question. Good
So
question.
people, it's time to participate. We're waiting for your replies. Let's see who is going to be the first one. Let's wait. Let's see.
Okay.
Good question. Okay, we need the answer.
It's too complicated now.
It's too complicated. We need to make an easier one.
So
Yeah, it was
which
a really good question.
which bus do you want next, Carlos? Do you need a CAN bus, for example? Would you like something?
Excuse me?
Would you like a CAN bus interface next?
Which one?
For industrial uses is good, right?
Yeah, it's really good. I recently
Aha! Ooh, what's
Sorry.
that? Oh, yeah. I know
That
that
is
one.
the Revolution 5, right?
yeah. So
Nice.
we need a gateway inside like a micro server inside the local deployment in a factory, right? Uh, we can mount a PC or a computer or something like that, and we found that we can deploy it like a gateway and then send a payload to the factory server. When they validate the to not send the payload directly, we
Hmm.
first send the data from the sensors to the gateway. We can
Hmm.
do some adjustment or send to the another. We can take uh,
Right. Yep.
many things we can do in the gateway and then send to the server or to the application. It's a really great device, and it have all the or the industry or the certifications. I have all the certifications, and then I'm going to make an hybrid to the LoRaWAN local deployments. I'm going to connect the Cubus.
Yeah, we have a company using those type of things with the USB version of the concentrated card, so they make that into a gateway as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we
We
have
are doing
the
that.
we have the
Is the missing link.
yes.
Have the
So
missing
yeah,
link.
there's a company using that with us already, using the 2245 USB version with that sort of device, which works very well in the industry.
Okay.
That's
Did we
great.
get an answer?
Yeah, actually, they don't hear it well. So, can you repeat the question once more time?
That's why it's better to use the analog 4 to 20 milliamperes than analog 0 to 10 volts in industrial sensor deployment.
Can you confirm that you hear the question, guys? Less noise, longer distances.
Yeah.
Good. So we have the first winner of the rack mats. So Travis, we are going to have the opportunity to add a new one to your workbench. So nice. And like other easier question for the rest of the guys who are connected.
Let me see. Let me see. What's the difference between RS 485 and RS 232?
Oh.
Serial communication for machines or for equipment.
Let's David, this is your opportunity. because Travis already responds the first one.
So I feel privileged by the way that we
More
have
power hungry, more power hungry, depending of the sensor. Perfect.
yes.
Yeah, I am waiting for you here in the streaming platform here. Perfect. So we are ready to go with our giveaway for today's session. Thanks for all. Okay, now many people are participating. We have RS 32121
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
and
also true.
RS 4851 too many.
Yes.
I think we
So
can have
now
three
that
winners.
Travis says that we can set that to mine,
Mm,
exactly, we can change it. Oh, we can have the three winners. Thanks for participating in today's session. This is the idea of this new experience here in the Hands with RAKstar session. So keep participating in other session as well. So thanks for joining, and yeah, I think that is all for today's session. Carlos, thank you so much for sharing that demo and also for sharing more a little bit about your experience working in the IoT ecosystem and also sharing a little bit more about the projects we are currently working on. And we are pretty excited about to see the advance in the gas tank cap project as
yeah,
well in the other projects. Please keep us in the loop with everything you are working on. You are really doing amazing things. And also thanks for taking the time to prepare the demo, talk with me before this before this talk, and also for being here today. And yeah, that's all for today's session.
I appreciate your invitation. RAKwireless is amazing. It's pioneer in IoT,
thanks,
definitely,
man.
and you are creating amazing things and keep going.
Thank you.
We are
Thanks,
here to
Carlos.
testing and to create something incredible for the community.
Amazing. That's what are the ones that drive us to keep going every day creating cool products. So yeah. Thanks
Yep.
for all of those who also joined the session. Stay connected during the entire session. If someone is watching this video later, feel free to leave your question in the comment section, and Carlos, Jose, and or I will be happy to answer your doubts or any question you may have later. Before to leave, all of those who are connected, make sure to subscribe to the Rack channel, and of course, like the video if you enjoyed this session as much as I did. And yeah, we hope to see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or night, depending where you are. My best wishes to all of you, and happy hacking, guys.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye
Thanks.
bye,
Thanks
guys.
all.
See
Bye.
ya.